Hello everybody, today we are in Cobalt Scar, and the reason I wanted to do a video is because I'm about to ding, like maybe one more quad, and I'm here anyway, so I figured it's a pretty easy to explore zone, so I figured I'd explore it and show how to quad. There's also not very many people here, which is super rare, because it's, off-peak time. So the first thing to know that's very important is this is the ring. It's like a Velius port in. There's only a couple of them. Iceclad, Awakening Lands, Great Divide, and this one. It is not safe. I'm not positive, but I think even this area isn't 100% safe. Maybe it is, but I feel like stuff will aggro you through the walls. I know definitely out here stuff aggroes you through the walls because if you run out here and yeah, these are Clausivetian faction drakes that sort of wander around here. None of them see invis as far as I know, but obviously you're not invis when you port in unless someone else is porting you, I guess. And these can aggro you through the walls into here. I'm not sure if any run around behind, but I would just assume that this is an unsafe porting location. So this is Cobalt Scar. Very interesting, cool zone that a lot of people level here in the 50s. These are all, I think, Cobalt Scar faction, but definitely the drakes, these blue ones here. So let's see. Let's explore the zone first, I guess. Let's look at the map. Yeah, so here we are at 7. It's really just a ridge, a couple ridges, and a lot of water, and the Siren's Grotto zone and the Skyshrine zone. So it's really quite small. But people frequent this zone a lot because for traveling, it gets a Skyshrine and you can port here. So it's going to be easy to look at. So there's only a few things. This ridge here is one of them. If you go off to the, what direction is this? Northeast, I suppose? Northeast corner of the zone, it looks like. Maybe just, yeah, northeast corner of the zone. There's just like this little finger that goes over here and then peters out. You cannot continue along here. So there's really not a whole lot back here. There might be one wyvern back here, but maybe not. People rarely go over here. Yeah, it kind of stops over here. You could probably run around the edge like that, but there's really no mobs over here. But it's a good vantage point to see the zone anyway. Okay, so you can see there's a beach down here, and there's otters, Othmirs, on the beach, and then there's this big cliff, and then up here on the cliff is, I think, exclusively wyverns and cobalt drakes, which at least the cobalt drakes and maybe the wyverns too are on Clausivetian faction. None of it sees invis, but here you go. And many, many, many people in the 50s that can quad, so basically druids and wizards, but some other classes too I've seen here. They will quad here because it's a great place for it, particularly these wyverns. So yeah, there's like, let's see, 1, 2, there's maybe 25 wyverns in the zone. Can support a number of quadders. On this side of the Druid ring, dragon ring, there is a big cluster here. The problem is these social aggro, this cobalt drakes, social aggro. Oh wow, those are green. Most are blue though. Social aggro with the wyverns, but they proc a like point blank really bad nuke. So people like very much prefer just to quad the wyverns. And there's kind of a particular way to pull them so you don't have to mess with these. So this is important. There's 2 of these. You can kill the cobalt drakes with quadding, but there are 2 named ones And I think they're the annoying named ones that don't actually drop anything. Literally the only point for them to exist is to mess with you. And this is one of them. And this is also important to illustrate something that will come up later, is that this area around this rock is safe. Yes, I think all these kobolds stop pathing right here, this first rock. So over there is safe for your quadding location. So that's the Cobalt Drake named, which is there can only be one up at a time. And then here's the other one. His name's Volcarin. Really? Ooh, he sees Invis. Oh, geez. Okay, that was good to know. I did not know that. I know that Azurek or whatever his name does not. Watch out for this guy. There's one up pretty much all the time because any location, I think, can spawn him. And he'll really mess up your quad. Anyway, continuing on. This is what I call safe rock. A lot of people med here. I med here. And then do your quads, because there's like a bunch of wyverns, including these right here, which maybe I'll do just because they're up and I have the mana. So yeah, let me illustrate. This is the Skyshrine zone. I'll continue the rest of it after I do this quad, which may level me. Might take one more. All right. So, these wyverns are great. They don't cast anything. They're just warriors, and they run. And here we go. There's a number of locations, but my absolute favorite are when these four are up, because I just need 4 of them. So pull 2. Snare the second one. Bam. Let's see how quick this one is. This will probably take, I don't know, 2 or 3 minutes to complete it. It's pretty crazy. So that one, and there's my 4th one. And one of the things I've been kind of tweaking here is my, what would you call it, quad management. Because, you know, the nature of playing Everquest, at least the grindy part of it, the experience part, is to just make everything as fast as possible. So I've been kind of focusing on how to do that. And what I've learned after quadding for a bit, the last, 15, 20 levels, is what you want to do is you want to line them up. Let's see if I can explain this. In the plane, so you want them kind of spread out so they're all running to you. And actually, it's kind of advantageous to be as close to them as you can because they'll all clump together faster, which is a little unnerving, but it's kind of how bards do their crazy dances to like swarm and stuff. So really, there is a reason to stay as close as you can to stuff. You see how quick those are bunching up? I'm already ready for my quad, even though they've only ran. I haven't even really circled them. That's because if you can get them so they're all in a line, like say there's 1, 2, 3, 4, they all run straight to you. So if the distance that they're having to run is the shortest, you kind of want to be perpendicular to the clump of them, and then they'll clump up quickly. It's hard to explain and kind of hard to master, but you figure it out eventually. So I almost always, since I have the luminescent staff, I haven't been using it as much at this level, but I still use it quite a bit. It's an amazing item. It was spectacular in the late 40s. But right now it's just kind of a mana-free quad spell that does 184 apiece, which is, that's almost 800 damage, 700 damage. What would that be? 740 damage, 736 damage for a 10-second cast. But the thing is, it doesn't kill as fast as quick as the lightning strike, which is 477 per. So a lot of times I'll just start with the luminescent staff to do 1 to see if my quads are close enough together to hit all 4, so I don't waste this expensive spell the first time. It doesn't, particularly once you get good at it, I don't know, it's just kind of a way to like make sure they all clump together well. So then, once you get all of them clumped up, this area is completely safe. So you can, what I do is I just run basically around what I call safe rock right here. That might hit me. It's not quite far enough. Yeah, there we go. I'll just run around safe rock, basically kind of around it as like a 5-point star or something, and just keep casting lightning strike, lightning blast. Strike is the staff. And then get them all the way down. And it takes, 4 bubbles or so. My gear's not very good, but it doesn't really matter for this, because what I'll do is I'll do 1 for about 3 minutes, and then I'll med for like 10. And I kind of don't really mind playing that way because I can work in between or do something else. And it's really fine. So this one, they kind of have a level range. Yeah, oh, that killed them all. That's actually kind of weird. Usually, and these actually drop pretty good stuff. This did not level me. They drop like some of the higher level words and runes. There's an emerald and some gems, including, let's see if they have any. Chip black marble, which I think is for some of the like Skyshrine, Thurgodan, Velius class gear, I think. They drop some that's just vendor stuff, but they also do drop maybe all of them, but let's see. Chipped black marble, P99, one of the ones. Vendor trash, not actually what I need, but they do drop some of the gems for, where is it? Yeah, like chipped onyx, all of these have been gotten from this. And these sell for, I don't know, between 200 and 500 plat because they're for the class gear. Anywho, all right, one more needed. I'll come back and do it. So, continuing along, continuing. Let's get into this. See this up so we can see ourselves just to make this a slightly more pleasurable playing experience. I don't know why this is... I discovered you could alt enter, but usually don't play in it because I alt tab quite a bit when playing P99. Game just isn't fast enough to... There's a lot of downtime in P99, which, depending on how you play games, may or may not be something that you hate. For me, I've kind of learned to live with it, and I play at work and stuff like that. Probably shouldn't, but I do other stuff. It allows me to accomplish quite a bit rather than just being sucked into a video game 24/7. Anyway, so continuing along this ridge on the map, you can see that the ridge ends here, and there's like one final wyvern here. And there's a beach on this side the whole way. This is the Skyshrine zone. Very cool spot. I'm not actually going to go in there. Well, I'll go in there, but I won't actually zone into Skyshrine. But pretty sure I could. I think you just have to click it. But there's also, I think it's 8 wyverns here. And maybe I'll pull that one at the end. Because I pull out of here and it's really great because I think people are nervous to pull out of here, but with Harmony it works really well. So I think if you click that, you go into Skyshrine. So let's go down below. Down below are some of these Bulthars, which are oops. Ooh, I can see me. I won't go there. Ooh, you can see me. Huh, guess that's a CN biz. So these are these things, which are like what, muscly elephant seals or something. I wonder if you can quad those. I've never tried. I know people quad the otters down here, which I don't because I'm a sentimental weirdo. And well, first of all, you don't have to. But I'm also like kind of a sentimental weirdo, and I love otters, so I don't kill them. But you could, particularly as a particularly as a druid that can harmony. The problem with this area, these is, do any of these see? No. There's a lot of shamans which cast, and you absolutely do not want them in your quad. First, they'll might root you and stuff. Even more importantly than that is they won't bunch up together because they stop moving when they cast, so that you can't really use casters as quads. But if you harmony them, you could just pull. You need to harmony the names and you need to harmony the shamans. But once you did that, here's 4 warriors you could just pull, which will have no problems. So neither of those. So it's also really important to know that otters hate. And let me repeat that: otters hate wolf form. So be really careful. If they see you, they will aggro you, even if you are not a class that would normally be KOS to them and your faction is high. So just watch out. Also, I think all COV stuff probably aggroes wolf form as well. So if your Claws of Vishan faction is high enough not to be KOS, that'll help you walk around up top where the Cobalt Drakes are. But if you switch into wolf form, which is a little bit faster run speed, they will still aggro you. So I don't I think my COV faction is threateningly right now. It's like pretty close to non-KOS, but like it doesn't really matter here if you do it right and know how to do it. Anywho, all right. So here's more otters. Ooh, here's the chief. Oh, I bet he's KOS. No, he's just red though. Jeez, what does he drop? Red? All right, here we go. More Othmirs. So there's like, ooh, Bloogie Shellcracker. Yeah, just a lot of otters here. Several named ones. I'm not positive if they would, if I'm in just normal hobbity form. Apprehensive. Okay, maybe I can actually go up to these. Let me switch into Soda. I don't know. Do you say so or Sal? I have said both. I feel like when I was a kid, I said Sal, and then I played with friends that said so, and they just changed me. But yeah, these are all apprehensive. This might be stupid. I don't think apprehensive will aggro you. Blum Blum Swigwater. Oh, it's an actual Cloak of the Ice Bear. Oh, I can sell here. That's good to know. You can tell I'm getting long in the tooth at this game because I destroyed 10 platinum just because. I don't know what's over here. I haven't actually been all the way over here. What is this? Yep. Shellfish, 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 shellfish. Yeah. All right. So I'll continue along this way. There is one named, I think, it existed in TLPs. There is one named dragon that spawns in here called, Kelorek'Dar, the infamous water dragon that protects the waters of Cobalt Scar from any ambitious invaders. It's a mean dragon. It drops, I believe. Oh no, that's right. It drops the close to crystalline waters, some other stuff. Anyway, so yeah, Kelorek'Dar, or whatever the hell his name is. So this way, yeah, okay. So I came around here. Really, the only other things in this zone are the Siren's Grotto entrance. And I don't have egress yet. I'm looking to buy it. I'm high enough level, but it's pretty hard in P99 to actually find it. So anyway, yeah. That's the only way you get across Siren's Grotto. But I'm going to find that zone. It's underwater. Left. To the left. Ah, here we go. Yeah, so this is the entrance to Siren's Grotto. Oh yeah, it does come back up for air. Just a secret tunnel, only way in and out. And this is how you get to Western Wastes, and you have to, I'll do this when I have it, but I don't have it yet. You have to go in and zone, and the Western Wastes zone is on the other side, and it's a giant, like, dangerous zone, and you can run across, but there's some Xenviz stuff. There's like a trick to it, but the main way is to just evac across, because the evac location is right next to Western Wastes, and that's literally the only way to get into Western Wastes, which TOV is in Western Wastes, as is Dragon Necropolis, and maybe Sleeper's Tomb, maybe, and the Plane of Mischief entrance, obviously, but that's kind of like a special impossible zone. Anyway, what else we got? Yeah, there's a couple, like, Sunken Ships here, which are cool for me. I don't know. It's just like my jam. I like my Sunken Ships here. Oh yeah, there it is. Oh, it's a clip plane being weird. Yeah. So here we go. Haunted Sea Chest. These might see in mid actually. I've been in here before because I believe it was the Shaman Epic 2.0. These can see me. This would be a really dumb way to die. Okay, come on. Where is it? They're in the ship. Haunted Sea Chest. No, there. Ah, there we go. Can't see you though. Okay. Yep, love me some Sunken Ships. What do we got? A couple more, I think. Probably due south. All right, what do we got? Ooh, Siren Selectress, an Enticer. Can not see me. Wyvern, anything here? Probably a couple haunted sea chests. More Sunken Ships, more Sunken Ships. Oh, yeah, shit. There it is. Anything special in here? Probably more haunted sea chests is my guess. Or nothing. Yeah, there's not even anything in here. Be a great way to get stuck and die the ground. That is the entirety of Cobalt Scar. I know that these might drop, what is it, crustacean shell? Yeah, right. It's like a lot of stamina and a lot, yeah. So it's, yeah, 10 stamina for 12 AC. It's like amazing newbie gear. I mean, it's not, like, look at that. 15 stamina, that's giant for a newbie. 12 stamina, yeah, this stuff was really good. I feel like I was wearing this stuff like into my 40s and 50s in original. Ton of AC, ton of strength and stamina, like great for just cheap gear. Yes, 200, yeah, good stuff. Alrighty, let's get that level. Okay, main thing, I'm gonna show how to pull this building here, because there are tons of wyverns in it. And I think I've figured it out pretty well. Alright, you're gonna want, at the minimum, So, Lev, and Biz. And I'm not I don't know wizards well enough. I've never mained one to know if they have a harmony. I'm assuming they don't. So what you want to do is you want to take, all right, let's go. So there's 8 here, right? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, no wait, 7, so my bad. So the way harmony works, you don't need to see the target. You can do it through walls. Take that one. Bam. And then re-invis yourself. And I'm going to try to save a cast because I have a suspicion that it works. Since I thought there was 8 in here, I think there's just 7. My hunch is that this one and that one were harmonied in addition to that one. So if I pull, I'm going to say this one by the door, if I pull that one out, 4 will come. And which is exactly how many you want for your quad. So, oh, here's the trick. Sorry. I should probably explain that. If you have Lev out, you can run off this side, and the way the building is designed, you can kind of run up here. Let's see if I can explain that better. Yeah, here you go. Jump off the side here, and then you can float over here, and that'll get you up. And then, with Lev, of course, otherwise you'll die, run out into the open. You can get the target just long enough. Boom. 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah, perfect. So then your quad comes out of that building. And I think I did it right, and that there will be exactly 4, so I can pick them up and snare up here. Gotta be careful not to aggro some of the other ones, because usually a lot of these are taken, because it's a very common quadded place. Oops. And I believe that I did that the way I was supposed to. There is only one that does not have a snare. Yep. And I have all 4 that are relatively bunched up. So then you continue to do your fun strafing to get this as close together as quickly as you can. And these hit hard. These hit for like 106, 108 maybe. So you can live through a round of all of them, but you really should not if you can help it, because they can stun you and then you can die in 2 hits. And so you got to be careful of these, because there's like a set of 2 over there, a set of 2 over here. Yeah. So just don't run within aggro range of them. But again, the rock over here, the safe rock as I call it, is safe. So yeah. I guess you just got to get your quad circled up. See? Circling up. All right. And then what I'll do is I'll usually run over to the edge. Ugh. That was probably not close enough. That's close. That's good enough. Boom. All right. So I got my 4. And see, I always start with a cast of Lumi just to make sure that I'm not wasting my mana for no reason on 3 of them, and then you're usually good. An interesting thing about it is I think that the way that the pathing works, they'll all, when you hit them, they all sort of like do the same animation instantly, and they like converge on each other. So if you're doing your quad right, it'll just look like one solid thing walking in time, because they're all getting hit at the same time, doing the same animation, and then basically converging on each other. So they'll even look like they're stepping the same way. They just might have fat feet or something. And this should level me, although P99 experience is funny like that. Edge to edge to edge, boom. So you could, Lumi this the whole way down, and it's probably a lot faster than waiting to med. Oh, I dinged. Nice. 54. I usually finish up with 1. It's like, I try to use my mana on like 4 fully lived things as much as I can help it. Because, it's just wasted mana otherwise. There you go. They do run, so if you get 1 by itself, it will usually run. Unless it's above 10 or whatever, they run out. Blam! There we go. Loot them up. Ooh, Black Pearl. I haven't seen that one. I wonder if that's one of the gems. Arctic Wyvern hides. Those are for something. Tailoring, maybe? And really useful. Alright, there we go. So, I wanted to ding specifically because I'm so excited for this. Like, more than I should be. It's really nice, but like, there are better things. Form of the Howler. Yes! Form of the Howler. I'm so excited for it. It is the fastest run speed I get, except for like Spirited Cheetah, which isn't really a spell anyone uses. Because I guess maybe Spirit of Scale is slightly faster, but it is my wolf form. Bam! That is even faster than the other one. It's only like 2% faster right now, but that's really nice. It gets even faster. It gets up to like 70% boost in run speed. But even better than that, it is it's Flowing Thought too. It's like 2 mana regen per. So it's something I'm very excited, considering the main thing I do is run around this game. Very excited for that. So yeah, Cobalt Scar.